Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are in the world. Great to see you. If you can hear and see me, put a number 1 into the comments. Let me see. All right, I see the ones flying. Fantastic. It's great to see you. This is day 1 of a countdown experience that is going to be like nothing we've ever done. We're going to be bringing so much value to GoPro ticket holders over the course of the next 30 days. We have 4.5 weeks until GoPro starts, December 3rd through the 5th. You're all going to be a part of it. And because today is the first day, and we just kind of thought about doing this recently, this group is going to be growing and growing and growing and growing, and we're going to archive all of these trainings inside of the Virtual GoPro 2021 Facebook group. So even if you're watching on Zoom, and I know a bunch of you are watching on Zoom, if you want to see replays of any of these trainings, go to the Virtual GoPro 2021 private Facebook group only for GoPro ticket holders, and we will get you into that group, and you can watch the replays as many times as you want. So number one, congratulations for having a ticket. Number 2, make sure you're in the Virtual GoPro 2021 group, ultimately. Number 3, if you have anybody on your team that has a ticket, make sure that they're in here and they're going to take advantage of this special training. Number 4, some of you have purchased multiple tickets from last year to this year and haven't assigned those tickets to people yet. Please, 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 if you have those, make sure that you connect with our team to get those tickets assigned as early as possible. We have something like at least 9,000 tickets that are not yet assigned to a person. If you wait till the last minute, it's going to freak out our team, and I want to make sure that we don't have any last-second rushes that we can't accommodate as fast as possible. Just go to support@networkmarketingpro.com, support@networkmarketingpro.com, and they will help you assign those tickets to people, okay? If you have tickets and you still need to assign them, put a number 5 into the comments just so I can see if you have tickets and you need to assign them. All right, so just go to support@networkmarketingpro.com, ask them for the process. They will tell you the process. A lot of you do. They will tell you the process to being able to do that. And, first of all, I'm really proud of you for stepping up, getting tickets for your team members ahead of time, taking advantage of the early bird prices and all those different things. We will take care of it. Your husband used his card, so it's in his name, but your email, that's fine. Just Kenzie Joe, just send it to support@networkmarketingpro.com. And I'll help you over the course of this month. If you have tickets, but people aren't wanting to step up, I'll give you a bunch of strategies over the course of this month on how you can how you can move your tickets to your team. 1, how to use your tickets as an incentive to get your team to take more action over the course of the next 30 days. 2, okay? Use them in order to get your team moving, right? You have them anyway. How do you use them in order to get the teams moving? Okay, so I'll help you with that over the course of this month. It's going to be amazing. When we started, I said, look, I'm going to do a training each Monday. Every Monday, I will do a training. But since then, I've decided I'm going to do more than that. I'm going to connect with you inside the Facebook group. At least, me or someone is going to connect with you every day for the next 30 days. And I'll give you, approximately an hour every Monday. But between those days, 15-minute, here's a quick little assignment, here's a quick little thing, here's a quick little training, or maybe an interview with somebody who's going to be speaking at GoPro, or a preview, or whatever, okay? So we want to, as always, over-deliver and have a great time, and I'm excited. I found out just recently, I thought we had, 56,000 tickets sold for GoPro. I found out 2 days ago we have 63,000 tickets sold to GoPro. There was like an accounting thing, but we have 63,000 and growing, and that number is going to go up over the course of this month, of course. But anyway, so very exciting, a lot of cool stuff. First of all, let me recap the last 7 days. I mean, if you weren't part of the challenge, let me just kind of recap. And what was interesting in this challenge was that small shifts, small actions can lead to big results. Maybe something to start your notes with. Small actions can lead to big results. Little moves can lead to big things. So yes, I want you to go fast. Yes, I want you to think bigger. Yes, I want you to be stronger. I want you to do all those things. But while you're preparing to do those things, sometimes you need to take a little step. Sometimes you need to start 5 new conversations. Sometimes you need to just go into a Facebook group and introduce yourself. Sometimes you need to hold up 3 fingers and make a post. You do a selfie and make a post and say, what are 3 things that you think about when you think of me? Sometimes it's just a little thing. Sometimes you need to go to your hot market and say, will you support me by being my customer? Sometimes. I'm reading Faith Ford. She says, I was at GoPro in 2020. This year, my mindset is totally different, and I feel more confident to tackle the action items and reach success. Thank you. You're welcome, Faith. Yes. People are asking about translation. We got to figure out the translation thing. Give us a minute to figure out the translation thing over the course of this 30-day thing, because it happened so fast. Let's see what we can do with that. Maybe you can do it. Can they transcribe it in Spanish, or does that not do that? It doesn't do that? All right. We'll figure that out. But in the meantime, if you're speaking another language, get somebody who's bilingual to sit there with you during these trainings, and we'll work on it. Okay. So small actions can lead to big results. Taking little steps, and there was posting and examples and group things and hot market and conversations, all these different things that were designed to help you get into action. I don't know, which was it, Newton, or I don't know who said, once things get into motion, they tend to stay in motion. Once things stop, they tend to stay stopped. So what I love more than anything else is so many people took action. And over the course of this month, kind of think of this month as a challenge. And in the challenge, let me, was it Isaac Newton? Isaac Newton said it, yeah. All right, see? I listened a little bit in high school, a little bit. So I want to talk to you about a big challenge that I want to give you for the next 30 days. It's a big challenge, but it's an example of a little thing, okay? If you're up for accepting a challenge, not even knowing what it is, put a number 1 into the comments. Let me see. All right, you up for a challenge? See, here's the thing. I was talking with my team last night, and I was trying to say, how can I provide the most value and not overwhelm everybody? Okay? The most value and not overwhelm you. Now, we're going to give you training, and we're going to give you insight. We're going to give you a lot of support, a lot of encouragement. If you want a happy place to be, a supportive place to be, where people know you and understand you and support you, this is the place. You're in the place for the next 30 days. But I also want to make sure you're in action. Each day, I want to create a daily action that every one of you can take that will help you get results and help you have momentum by the time we hit GoPro. By the time we get there on December 3rd, you're already in momentum. So in thinking about this, I was thinking about daily method of operation, right? Every one of you needs a DMO. DMO, daily method of operation. And what are some simple things that everybody can do? And what are some simple things that will create a measurable thing that will create results? And here's what we came up with, talking about it last night with the team. Here's what we came up with. You ready? A presentation. A presentation is an important and measurable activity that will get results. So I want to talk to you a bit about this, but here's the challenge. Here's the challenge. Do one or more presentations every day. One or more. The one or more challenge. One or more presentations every day. Now, before you accept the challenge, let me talk about it a minute. One or more presentations every single day. First of all, this is presenting either your product or your opportunity. And there's two ways that you can present your product. Well, three ways. Three ways you can present your product or your opportunity. Okay? Here are the three ways. One, you could give that presentation. If you have the skills, you can tell people about your product. You could tell people about your opportunity. You can go through a presentation. You can invite somebody to set up a time and hear what you have to say. Number two, you can use someone else. You can invite somebody to a Zoom or to a three-way Skype call or something else. You can invite somebody to hear someone else give the presentation. Or three, you can use a tool, some sort of recorded video or website or whatever. So direct, personal, or a tool. Yourself, someone else, or a tool. Yourself, someone else, or a tool. How many people know a tool that you can use in order to get somebody to see their opportunity? Put a number 2 into the comments. If you know a tool in your company that you can use in order to share what you have. So I want to give you a little bit of training on, I'm going to start with a tool, okay? Let me give you a little bit of training on that, and we are going to talk about brand, but I wanted to kick this thing off properly, and once I go through this little training, then we'll take inventory and find out how many of you are willing to accept the one or more presentation challenge. Don't tell me yet. Tell me after. When I first got started in network marketing, I was scared to death of doing the presentation myself because I didn't have the answers. I was afraid somebody was going to ask me a question that I wasn't prepared to be able to deal with. I was insecure. If you've ever been insecure or you're insecure now about presenting your opportunity, put a number 5 into the comments if you're insecure about it. A lot of people insecure. And that's normal. That's normal. Totally normal. That's where I was. I was insecure about doing the presentation myself. So let me tell you where I started. I started by learning how to invite people to come hear a presentation from someone else. I would invite people to talk to my upline. I would invite people to come to a hotel meeting. That's what they used to do back then. Now it's all Zoom. I would invite people to check out what somebody else was saying. So I wasn't a presenter, I was an inviter. I was like a in-between. I was a host in order to be able to get somebody to get in front of something. And then the company came out with a tool. It was a video. And I thought, well, this is magical because I don't have to hope that another presentation is going to be happening at a certain time. I can have a presentation happening anytime. So back then it was a videotape. Okay, show you how old I am. It was a videotape. I got one of those videotapes, cost me $15 to get one of those videotapes. And I brought it to people and I said, you know, I had my little invitation and I put it into their VCR and I pushed play. And they saw the presentation using a tool. And then I had this idea, wow, if I get 100 of these, I could have 100 presentations going on all the time if I become really, really good at getting people to actually see the tool, okay? To see the tool, then I can have some success even though I'm not comfortable myself doing the presentation. It doesn't matter. I can use the tool in order for people to understand what I have. So I started by just giving the video to everybody, and my results were crap. My results were just terrible. I could not get people to watch. I would call them back, no, I haven't watched. I would call them back, no, I haven't watched. I would call them back, no, I haven't watched. And it felt like I was bothering people. So my percentages of getting people to actually watch my video was like 10%. I'm like, what is going on? So I came up with a very simple script. And I'm going to give you a very simple script to get someone to view or listen to or watch a tool. Okay? Whatever tool you have. Would you like to have that script? Put a number 10 into the comments if you'd like me to give you that script. That exact script. This script changed my whole business. It changed my whole business. I'm going to give it to you word for word. I think it's like 4 questions. So first of all, I would enter the conversation excited. And if you've ever read GoPro, I would always start, part number 1. This is about you. Always start the conversation letting people know that you're in a hurry. Okay? Number 1, be in a hurry. Put that into the chat. Be in a hurry. And here's what I would say. I don't have a lot of time. I'm running out the door. I got a million things going on, but I'm glad I got a hold of you. People are naturally attracted to people who got other stuff going on. Because the more time you appear to have, the more questions there's going to be, all different kinds of stuff. Look, I'm in a hurry. I'm flying out the door. I've got to jump on another call in just a second, but I'm glad I got a hold of you, okay? Be in a hurry. That's number 1. Number 2, compliment the prospect. Always compliment the prospect. Put that into your notes. Put that into the chat. Compliment them. Something you love about them. Hey, I'm running out the door. You're flying 1,000,000 miles an hour. But listen, I think you're awesome. I've always respected the fact that you kind of see things other people don't see. You've got a great vision. You got a great entrepreneurial spirit. Whatever. You got great energy. You pick however you want to compliment them. And part 3 is the setup of the invite. I've run into something that I'm really excited about. And you can look inside that memory jogger. There's a whole bunch of invitations, like some scripts of invitations that you can have in that memory jogger that we let you download as part of the 7-day challenge. You probably haven't looked at it yet, but if you do, you see a bunch of different invitations. I got something I'm really pumped up about. I'm really excited. I think it's something big, but your input on it would be valuable to me. All right. So some basic invite, right? It could be direct. When I thought of somebody who could crush this, I thought about you. It could be indirect. Give me your opinion. I need somebody to give me their opinion. I need somebody to kind of kick the tires on this thing. I need somebody to evaluate this and give me some feedback. Okay? Direct, indirect. It could be super indirect. This is not for you. This is not for you. This isn't a fit for you. But I know that you're influential. And if you looked at this, I know that you probably know some people that it might be a fit for. And if you did know some people like that, I could make this worth your time. Okay? So direct, hey, this is for you. I thought about this, thought about you. Indirect, need your opinion, advice, input, feedback. Super indirect, it's not for you, but you know some people. Okay? Basic, quick, in a hurry, compliment, basic, quick invite. Okay? And don't worry about exactly what you're going to say there. Just play around with it. Go direct with people who look up to you, respect you. Indirect with people who you're on a peer level with. And super indirect with people you look up to. Okay? So, and you can find that in GoPro, the book GoPro. Those scripts are all in there. You can find that in the memory jogger download that we made available to you if you were part of the 7-day challenge. And we'll put that memory jogger, let's put that memory jogger for my team who's watching. Let's put that memory jogger as the download here inside of this group so you can pull that. Okay? How long is the training today? The training will not be more than an hour. Maximum 1 hour. So maximum 40 more minutes. All right. In a hurry. Compliment. Basic invite. Okay? Now, here's how you go. You pivot to the tool, and here's how you get people to actually watch. Question number 1. Let's say this is the tool. This is my posture. I have a video that's approximately, let's just say it's 8 minutes long. I have a video that's 8 minutes long. I have a video that's 15 minutes long. I have a video that's 7 minutes long or 12 minutes long. And can you do this in Messenger? Of course. Just do the same thing. I have this video that explains this better than I could, and it's just 8 minutes long. If I sent you a link, now it's important that you say, I have this tool, and it'll only take X amount of time to review this tool. I have this tool. It will only take X amount of time to review this tool. You understand? This is question number 1. I have this tool. It'll only take X number of time to review this tool. If I sent you a link, would you watch it? I have this tool. It only takes X amount of time for you to be able to review this tool. If I sent you the link to this tool, now it's very important that you ask it specifically this way. If I sent you a link to this tool, would you watch it? If I sent you a link to this tool, would you watch it? Because this is what's called a reciprocal offer. If you said, please, I'm going to send you the link to the tool, please watch it. That's bleh. You put yourself in a power position by saying, I have this over here. I have it. I have it. I have this tool. Explain everything. La, 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 la. It's way over here. Only takes 8 minutes for you to be able to totally understand it all. If I sent it to you, I'm not saying I'm going to, but if I sent it to you, would you watch it? Right? You're going to get a yes almost 100% of the time. So this is question number 1 after you've done the basic invite stuff, right? Question number 1. If I sent this to you, would you watch it? Write that into the chat. If I sent you a link to this tool, would you watch it? Got it? If I sent you a link, would you watch it? Now they're going to say yes. Almost all the time. Is their yes a real yes? Nope. Nope. I mean, you're at 10%, maybe because you did if I, would you, maybe you go to 20% are going to watch it. Nope. But I learned how to ask a few more questions that turned that 20% to an 80%. 20% to 80%. So if I sent you this tool, would you watch it? Yes. Now, before you give them the link, you ask the second question and put this into the chat, put this into the comments. When do you think you could see it for sure? When do you think you could see it for sure? When do you think you could see it for sure? When do you think you could see it for sure? Now, here's what goes on in the prospect's mind. Oh, shit. This is becoming a little bit real. They got to think into their schedule. They got to, when do I have 8 minutes? They're serious about this thing. They already said they're going to watch it. So you got them. What are we trying to do? We're trying to educate people to the point that they understand it. That's all we're trying to do. Educate people. When do you think you could see it for sure? This is my posture. When do you think you could see it for sure? Oh, I could see it tonight. Or I could see it tomorrow. I could see it right now. I could see it. I can't see it until the weekend. I can't see it till January 1st. This year is just totally toast. I don't care what answer they give me. I just care that they give me an answer. Don't give them the answer. Don't say, can you see it tonight? Can you see it right now? Can you see it tomorrow? Can you see it this weekend? Don't do that. Ask the question, when do you think you could see it for sure? Okay? They're going to give you a time. They're going to give you a time. And if they get all wishy-washy, well, I'm not sure, just send it and I'll let you know. Say, listen, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. Just let me know. When do you think you could see it for sure? And be conservative. I don't care. Just tell me when. Posture again. Posture again. You feel a difference in posture here if I was talking to you? I'm in a hurry. I complimented you. I said, look, I'm super pumped about this thing, but you're super smart also. I want you to check this thing out. It's like 8 minutes long. It's all in video. I've got a link right here. If I sent you this link, would you watch it? You say, yeah, sure. So when do you think you could see it for sure? I don't know. Tonight. By tonight. All right, here's question number 3. If I sent you this link, would you watch it? When can you see it for sure? The question number 3 is, so if I contacted you after whatever that time is, you'll have seen it for sure, right? And can you do this on Messenger? Yes, of course. So if I contacted you after this, you'll have seen it for sure, right? After that time. Put that into the chat. So if I contacted you after blank, you'll have seen it for sure, right? Now they're really getting committed. Now they're really getting committed. And I'll talk to you after I give you the full script. I'll talk to you about how to do it on Messenger versus face-to-face. So if I contacted you after X period of time, you'll have seen it for sure, right? So, I have this thing. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. It's 8 minutes long. If I sent this to you, would you watch it? Yes. When could you see it for sure? January 1st. So if I got a hold of you on January 2nd, you'll have seen it for sure, right? Yeah, for sure. By January 2nd. All right, here's the 4th question. What's the best way to contact you on January 2nd? What's the best way to contact you? Do you want me to call or you want me to text? Call or text? You think it seems pushy, Patty? Nah, come on. It doesn't. It's not pushy at all. I promise. I promise. I promise. Now, here you will go from 20% to 80%. 20% to 80% by doing this. Okay? Here's what I will tell you. Now, let's just role play for a second. Let's just pretend I'm talking to you. And in the chat, whether on Facebook or on Zoom, I want you to answer as if we're friends and we're having this conversation. Okay? For real now. For real. I get a hold of you and say, hey, listen, I'm running out the door. Glad I got a hold of you. Got so much stuff going on. I got to jump on a call in another minute, but it's really important that I talk to you because I think you're one of the smartest people I know. You're one of the most entrepreneurial. You've got a strong vision. You see what's going on. And I really respect that about you. And I've run into something that I'm really excited about. And I want to get your opinion on it. And there's this like the video that'll explain it better than I could. It's like 8 minutes long. And it explains it really, really well. If I sent you this link to this video, would you watch it? If I sent it to you? Go ahead, interact with me in the chat. What's it about? Like I said, it's about this thing, 8 minutes long. And if you take a look at it, explain it better than I could. Bunch of yeses. If I sent this to you, would you watch it? All right, cool. When do you think you could see it for sure? I know you're busy. I'm busy. Like I say, I'm running out the door. When can you see it for sure? So, if I contacted you after that, you'll have seen it for sure, right? Cool. What's the best way for me to contact you? Call or text? Which do you prefer? Call or text? All right, fantastic. I'll talk to you then. It's going to be great. Can't wait to get your feedback on it. If you want to get a hold of me before that time, if you've watched it before that time, just let me know, and I'll talk to you then. Have a great day. Like I said, I got to go. Got it? Now, was that pushy? I've never felt pushy at all. Really. I'm in a hurry, got great posture. Sent them the link. I put in my calendar to get back to them at that time. And my chances now of them watching it is like 80%. 80. So, couple more things. If you contact them when you said you were going to, and they ghost you, they don't respond, or they don't reply or whatever, then just send them a message that says, hey, I'm following up like I said I was going to about that video link I sent you. When's a good time for us to connect? Okay? And just, here's what I do. I'll send that message. If I get no reply after an appropriate period of time, I'll send a question mark. I'm just like, look, I'm just doing what I said I was going to do. Let me know what you're thinking. I'll do a question mark. I'll do a couple question marks or whatever. It depends on my relationship with them. Like, hey, what's up? But I'm going to do this with so many people that I'm not going to be needy if somebody disappears on me. Some will. Now, a good portion of them, like at least if you do this great, at least still 20% of them won't have watched it. You do this whole thing. They say, I'm going to watch it tonight. Say, so if I get in touch with you in the morning, you'll see it for sure, right? All right, you want me to call or text you? Oh, text me first. All right, fantastic. I text tomorrow morning, and they say, oh, man, the kids got sick, and I had this thing come up, and I wanted to see it, but I just wasn't able to. No problem. Here's your script for that. No problem. When do you think you could see it? For sure, for sure. Get another time. So if I contacted you after that, you'll have seen it for sure, right? All right, fantastic. I'll talk to you then. And just keep the thing moving. Keep the thing moving. Our goal is to educate people to the point that they understand what it is that you have. Right? Now, if it's a friend, I would text them and say, hey, you have a minute? And I would call them and go through this little quick process. Now, if you have a little bit of confidence, a little bit of skill, you practice this a little bit, you send them a text and say, hey, can I call you real quick? That's the proper way to communicate to people today. Calling them out of the blue is not. Texting them and saying, hey, I've got something that I want to chat with you, but you got a second, right? And you call them up in a hurry, compliment, invite. If I would you, when could you see it for sure? So if I called you after that, you've seen it for sure, right? What's the best way to contact you, phone or text? All right, fantastic. I'll talk to you then. Bye. Right? That's what I would do with people that I had good relationship with. If you're a little less confident, SMS or social media messenger platforms are better if you lack confidence, because you can think about your reply. You have time to think about your reply. So, here's how it would go if you're on Messenger. You send them a message. Hey, listen, I'm running out the door, but I wanted to contact you real quick. Do you have a second? They say, yeah, what's up? Then you compliment them. Hey, I always thought you're awesome. I thought you're amazing, blah, blah, blah. I've run into something that I think is really interesting. It's all in this video. It's 8 minutes long. If I sent you a link to this video, could you check it out? Wait for the reply. Yeah, sure. All right, when do you think you could see it for sure? I don't know, by this weekend. Cool. So if I called you after this weekend, you'll see it for sure, right? Or if I message you after that? Yeah, that's fine. All right, what's the best way to contact you? Here on this platform, or text or phone? What's the best way to contact you? Oh, just text me. All right, cool. I'll talk to you then. Bloop. Done. See what I mean? Now, this is just an example of using a video tool in order to be able to make an invite to be able to do a presentation. If you send them that and they watch that, have you completed your challenge of a presentation a day? Of course. Of course, that's a presentation. You don't have to be the presenter. I give them the link at the end of the conversation. David asks, when do you give them the link? I give them the link at the end. I give them the link at the end. All right, fantastic. Here's the link. Choom. And I move on. This approach, I'm telling you, is so good, so strong. It works in every culture. It works around the world. Super strong. Okay? So you're either going to invite somebody to give them a presentation directly yourself. You're going to invite somebody to listen to somebody else giving some sort of live presentation. Or you're going to invite somebody to a tool. But the challenge is one, resulting in at least one presentation a day. This is the one or more challenge for each of you from now until GoPro. One presentation per day for the next 30 days. Now, if you're ready to accept that challenge, put a number 1 into the comments. However that presentation results, I don't care. This is the job that we've chosen, to share what we have and educate the world. Facebook too. Come on, put your ones in there. And let the world know that you're prepared to do this challenge. Now, I'm going to do everything I can to equip you and empower you and motivate you and inspire you to stay actively in the game from now until GoPro. And when we hit GoPro, kids, it's going to be something. It's going to be something else. So, On like Donkey Kong, Zia says. All right, cool. So we talked yesterday about objections, and you're going to get, if you do this properly, you're going to get almost no objections. You're going to get somebody like, oh, this sounds like it's network marketing. And if you get that, I would listen, relate, tell stories, and ask a question. I wouldn't hide from it. I wouldn't run away from it. I would listen, relate, tell stories, and ask a question. Most of the time, you're not. Most of the time, you're not. If you say that you're in a hurry and you compliment them, you do a basic invite to a tool. If I would you, when for sure. So if I contact you after that, you've seen it for sure, right? What's the best way for me to contact you? All right, here's the link. I'll talk to you then. Super simple. Now, that's the challenge. You've already accepted that. And here's the deal. Here's the deal. The first time that you do this, is it going to be your best time? Yes or no? No. It's going to be a little clunky. I mean, it's going to feel a little awkward. You're going to need to practice a little bit. But if you do this every day, you're going to get really good in like a week. Really, really good. In like a week. It's not that scary. Again, you have the gift. Again, you got the gift in your product, in your opportunity. You're trying to help people, not get them to help you. You're trying to rescue people. That's what you're trying to do. Okay? And understand, if you get better every single day, you'll become world class in a pretty short period of time. And here's what I know. Little changes can bring huge differences in your life. Huge results. And what I mean by that, I want you to think right now. If you follow through on this challenge for the next 30 days, and at least one person sees your opportunity in a clear presentation each day, what's going to happen in your business? Put into the chat. What happens in your business? How many people are going to join? Big time growth. Will you probably rank advance? You probably will. Will you make more money for Christmas and for the holidays? You probably will. Will your confidence go up? It will. Will your skills go up? They will. Are you likely to bring more people to Go Pro as a result of all of this confidence and things that you're doing? Could you teach this to others if you do this for the next 30 days? You could. So I want you to think about not the pain of doing the one thing today. I want you to think about the pleasure of having done these 30, looking back and saying, I did this when other people didn't. I decided to change my business. I decided to stop crawling inside of network marketing. I decided to stop. Okay? I decided to stop crawling. I'm going to make something happen. Okay? So I already have 3 scheduled for today. Catherine says, fantastic. Yeah, and look, I'm of the opinion that kind of, let's do this right, let's do this big, or let's not do this. You know? I think that there's 2 places to be in network marketing. One place is the fun little hobby. The fun little hobby. You're hanging out in a positive environment. You're with nice people. You're having fun. And you're making a few extra dollars. And that's cool. Paying off some credit card debt. You don't have huge expectations. Just having a good time. Having a great time. Okay? That's a good place to be. And then total life changing. That place. I'm going to the top. Period. End of story. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to change my family's life. I'm going to change the history of my family from my commitment to go big. I think it's either hobby or go all the way. Because if you give it a hobby type effort, but you have expectations of huge returns, you're going to be miserable. You're going to be miserable in your network marketing experience. So put into the chat, hobby or life-changing, which you want. And I'm not judging either one. Hobby or life-changing. And hobby's completely fine. Have fun. Have a good time. And if it's life-changing, fantastic. Let's do that. But if it's going to be life-changing, you got to make some life-changing decisions. You got to take some life-changing actions. You got to face some life-changing fears in order to get to life-changing results. And a life-changing action could just be this one presentation a day. As simple as that. As simple as that. Okay? So I wanted today to be really clear. I came into today thinking that I was going to talk about branding, and we will over the course of these 4 weeks. I was going to talk characteristics and passions, the look, energy, social presence, photos, video, the message that you have as a brand, all of that stuff, and we will. I'm just not going to do it today. I want today to be focused as we start this, and tell your friends to go back and watch this replay. If you think people would get value from watching this replay, put a number 10 into the comments if you think people would get value from this training right now. So make sure you tell your friends to get their virtual GoPro ticket. I promise you, this training will be worth the $200 before they even get to GoPro. I mean, it'd be worth it every week before you even get to GoPro. It's ridiculous what we're doing. So Virtual GoPro 2021 is the Facebook group that you have to go join if you have a ticket, okay? If you don't have a ticket for whatever reason, if somebody doesn't have a ticket, just have them go to GoPro2021.com, GoPro2021.com, okay? So I'm going to get you more training on branding and everything else. I'm going to be jumping in daily with myself or friends, and I haven't figured out the time yet per day. But once I do figure out the time, we will email all of you and let you know the time that we're going to go live every day in order to be able to bring you more value inside of this group. Okay? So I'm excited for all you life changers. I'm excited for all you hobby level people. I'm excited for this one or more challenge. Put into the chat, one or more challenge, one or more challenge, one or more challenge, one or more, one or more, one or more, one or more, one or more. Starts today. Starts today. We're going to even give you a little tracking sheet so you can start putting how many presentations are you doing on a daily basis starting today and moved towards GoPro, okay? Look for that tracking sheet. We'll get it to you soon. One or more, one or more, one or more, one or more, one or more. All right, I love you. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Everybody have a great day and go spread the word today. Go tell somebody that we have a better way. See you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.